Good evening. Welcome to Sky Blue Fans TV. Have we just got a great show for you tonight? Yes, we're going to be looking back at the 6-goal thriller up in Middlesbrough. Also, are we on the verge of getting another 9-point week? Could this be the third one of the season? I think it is if I've got my calculations right, I hope. We reflect back on Frank Lampard's first year in charge of the mighty Sky Blues. And do you think he's the best manager that we've ever had? Also, we're going to be looking ahead to Charlton Athletic this Saturday, and hopefully the Sky Blues can keep this run going through a very tricky 4 weeks coming up. Yes, we have got some tough games coming up over the next 4 weeks. And Spot the Ball is back as well, so we got that back. And a big shout out, we've had an email this week from New Zealand to Derek Alexander and all the mighty Sky Blue Army that live out in New Zealand. Apparently loads of them live out there, and he wanted us to give them a big shout out tonight. They watched the show, and we just thought, well, why not? So thanks for your email. And if anybody wants to come on the show, emails going along the bottom of the screen. You can email us, or if you just want to have a chat with us, just send us an email. We'll get back in touch with you, hopefully. And if we're not all too busy going to different games and celebrating being top of the table, and we'll get you on the show. So, yeah, please do come and join us one night. Why not? Or if you want to join us on a Saturday after a game or midweek game, you want to come on for the after-game reaction, then get in touch. info@skybluefans.tv. Wow. All I can say is, how on earth? 10 points clear. 12 points clear and fourth. This is just ridiculous. I'm waiting for someone to kick me in the backside, pinch me, whatever. I don't know. But I can't believe this is happening. But let's get the team on. Come on, let's get them on. This is going to be one hell of a show. Let's bring them all in. Let's get Vicky on first, because she's got her hero in the background, Ellis Simms. Oh, my word, Vicky. Ellis Simms.
Brilliant, isn't it? What a goal.
Brilliant. Just in the words of the old manager, brilliant. Just brilliant. Let's bring in Jack. Good evening, Jack.
Evening, guys.
Good evening. And Ken. Good evening, Ken.
Good evening, everybody. Yeah.
Good evening. And Claudio as well. Good evening, Claudio. Oh, he's got his Panini sticker book again. How many you got? How many you got?
Not many at all. I don't know what's going on. I think all the Cov fans in Coventry have just bought the book because you can't seem to get hold of them.
Brilliant. Superb. Right then. Now, right. Listen, before we start, Spot the Ball. Here we go. Are you ready? We have one mug left until I make some more, which ain't going to be about another week and a half. We got one more, and I've got to get some made. Here we go. Spot the Ball. Where's the ball? This is a hard one, isn't it? Where's the ball? Have a guess. Get your guesses in, guys. See where you think the ball is. And, yeah, so just get your guesses in, and we can see who gets the correct answer this evening. So yeah, that's it. Right then, here we go then. Top of the table, Middlesbrough the other night, and wow, yeah, what can I say? Team.
Well, you never saw it, did you, Miles? Because you were doing a pub quiz, and somehow you managed to keep quiet. You told us to keep quiet.
Yeah.
And so jokingly, we all started hitting messages to try and get you to look at your phone. So, and then you went home and watched it at home, didn't you? The whole thing about knowing the score.
I did. Yeah. Had a Christmas quiz to do over in Henley and Arden, and the phone was going mental in my pocket. It was, well, yeah, whatever. It was going mad. And, I said, I'm going home now. I'm going to go and watch the game. So I didn't touch my phone. I only put Spotify on, didn't look at any messages, got through the door, said to Cheryl, don't tell me. And she goes, what? I said, don't tell me. She goes, I haven't watched it. I said, what? Didn't Will come down and watch it? She went, no, he's watched it upstairs. Then he comes down the stairs and said, do you know the score? I said, no. And he thought I was winding him up. I said, no, I don't. So at 12:15, when the third goal went in, to make it 3-2, I woke the whole neighbourhood up because I'm game as if I was watching it live. And I couldn't believe it. I literally could not believe it. I mean, do you know what though? Look, it's all buzzing at the moment. Isn't it? We're all happy. We're all buzzing. There's one thing I want to say, and I think this was the first game where we went 2-0 up, right? And we sat back. We went 2-0 up and we thought, hey up, we've won this. This is easy. And we sat back, I thought this is the first time we've done it under Frank Lampard. I don't think that'll happen again because Frank won't allow it. But I thought we sat back at 2-0 and we let them come on to us. Cracking goal to pull one back. Absolutely brilliant goal, I thought. The way he hit it outside of the boot, curled into the bottom corner. Brilliant. But Ellis-Simms' goal and the move, the build-up to the goal. I've got the goal. Let me just put the goal up because this move for this goal is flipping brilliant. Here, it's ridiculous. That is just ridiculous. I mean, Victor Torp, he's nearly got took out, hasn't he? And
Yeah.
he stayed on his feet. And I think Kitchen did the same for the third goal, wasn't it? Fourth goal. He tumbled as well because he got a little bit took out. But yeah, I thought that first half, when we took the 2-goal lead, I thought we sat back too much. And we let the pressure come on to us. But then to score an own goal, when you think about it, yeah, they had a lot of possession and stuff. They weren't really, I didn't think they were really threatening the goal too much apart from, was it Whittaker? Rushworth made an amazing save. I mean, how on earth he got across to that? Even the commentator said that was just an amazing save. And then, is it Conroy? Is it Conroy? Was that his name? Conway. He missed that one, and you thought, oh, hold on here. 6 yards out, he skied that over the bar. You thought, this is our night now.
Wasn't it?
And then we went up the other end, and we just went bang, bang, and it's all over. And you see Middlesbrough's heads drop. They dropped out. It was gone. Even when the third one in, they thought, that's it, it's all over. And wow, I can't believe it. Who's stopping us? Who is stopping us? Seriously, who's stopping us? Because to do that away from home is unbelievable. We said last week when we went down, when West Brom went to 10 men, oh, yeah, well, that was a game changer, blah, blah, blah. Well, they didn't say that about Sheffield United's game last night. And then there was another game that someone got sent off. It was, oh, yeah, how well they played. Hold on a minute. You got to break them down. And that's what we did. And Tuesday night, Sky Blue Army, travelling Sky Blue Army. Oh, my days. Unbelievable, wasn't it? Absolutely unbelievable. And Kitchen's second goal, he could have probably had hat-trick, couldn't he? And Simms could have had hat-trick. So, yeah, brilliant. I don't know who's stopping us. I don't know who's stopping us. I can't see it.
It was outstanding. It really was.
Go on,
Boro was one of the toughest games so far. They were one of the toughest tests, weren't they? And we still won 4-2. And I get what you say about the sitting back. I think that was partly them as well. I think they, as a sort of decent second place team, were going for it, and they contributed to that as much as maybe us. And but yeah, so the tough test away from home, and we've just done it again. So, like you said, who is going to stop us?
I just think, Vicky, what's amazing is that, okay, they equalised through Bobby Thomas' own goal, which I don't know what I don't think I don't know what he was doing. What was he doing? But bless him, because he's been brilliant, and all season really has been brilliant. And do you know what impressed me about Bobby was on Tuesday when I was watching it? He was trying to make up for that own goal, weren't he? I mean, especially the rebound that he got, it fouled to him lucky, but the way he hit that shot, And
It was a great save from the keeper. Great save.
Brilliant save. But then it come out to Kitchen, and he only had a little side foot on it, and he's got it in the back of the net. But the thing is for me is that Bobby rose his head up high, stuck his chest out, scored an own goal, stuck his chest out, lifted his head, and he's gone, right, I'm going to make up for this. And he was really trying, wasn't he? From corners, from crosses, he was trying to get his head onto everything. And that's brilliant. That's what you need. You don't want someone who scores an own goal and their heads drop and they go, oh, that's it then, isn't it? Everybody just, there's a connection. There is a massive connect. Look at the way they all went over to celebrate. But well done to Frank and Joe Edwards, because they were talking on the touchline. He made 2 tactical changes in that second half. He brought on Kessler Hayden. Sakamoto went into the number 10 role. Then he pulled Sakamoto off, Victor Torp off, Jamie Allen, Radoni. As soon as Radoni and Jamie Allen come on, I think that swung us in our favour. And Radoni, he ain't played much football, but he got on that ball and he was driving us forward. And Jamie Allen, little jaw sale bunny man, carry on. Carry on. He's just brilliant. I'm amazed.
Because they started to put pressure on us, didn't they? And I think Frank could see that. And certainly when Radoni and Allen came on as well, that changed. That swung it back in our favour, I thought. We started to win all them little 50-50 balls. And then we went forward. And every time we went forward, we looked dangerous, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah. Every single time. And do you know what is... I had tears in my eyes. After that game, when that 4th goal went in, I don't care. I had tears in my eyes because that was flipping special. Midweek, right?
Yeah.
You travel all that way and you win 4-2.
Yeah, I was just gutted I weren't there. But, you know.
I know, isn't that the first time? Isn't that the first time for about 3 or 4 seasons none of us have been to a game?
None of at least one of us always there.
Always there. Yeah. It's mental that none of us were there. You can't believe it. But I'll tell you who was there representing Sky Blue Fans TV, bless him. He always comes on here quite a bit. Mr. Carter was there. There you go. There's Luke. He was there. He was loving it.
Remember.
He was. And he got in at 4:30.
Yeah. That's the reason I didn't go, because I'd work I was on earlies and there's no way I was going to get up at 5 in the morning after going there.
Imagine if I went up there. I'll be in bed now.
Still 2 days on.
I'll be done in. But listen, it's brilliant, and I listen. I'm amazed. I've had 2 postmen this week at work. Right, 2 postmen when they picked the post up in the evening. Gone. They've all gone. It's amazing. It's amazing. One of them's a Chelsea fan. Another one's a Blackburn fan, and they've all gone, I hope you do it. Even the Blackburn fan is saying, I hope you do it. And that's the thing about this at the moment. It's just everybody wants us to do it. I don't know why they want us to do it, because we're rivals or whatever, but even rival teams and things like that, everybody wants us to do it. And it's ours to lose now. I believe it's ours to lose now. And if we go to Ipswich next week and we get a point, take it all day long. Happy days, because it keeps them apart. Go to Southampton. If we get beat, we get beat. But if we get a point, keeps them at arm's length. And it keeps everybody at arm's length. I can't see us losing 4 games. I can't see us losing 4 games. All season. All season. I can't see us losing 4 games.
What's interesting, Miles, is that
tell me where?
Is that when we lost to Wrexham, we were being told this will be a test, won't it? Let's see what we can do now.
Yeah.
we won our next 4 games. And we beat 2 of the teams away from home. We were second. What more can we keep doing, to convince people that we might be the real deal this season?
It's I've just said it now. The chemistry, the chemistry for the team, and I'll go back to when we made the playoff final. It feels so much like that they are so close together. They are so as a unit. They're joined at the hip, all of them. And 87 as well, the FA Cup run and that year and everything else. It just feels around the club there's an aura going on, and they're all pulling in the same direction. Everyone's pulling in the same direction. You haven't got one player who's going, "Oh, I'm better than you." Everybody is as good as each other in that team at the moment, and it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Let's get some comments. All
right, here we go. Let's hope I don't crash out again. Oasis says, we do have to admit that even though we won, stronger finishing from Boro and we could have lost. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, Oasis, what I say to them. We still look vulnerable at the back, and both centre-backs at times can be worried. I mean, let's face it, Simms could have had a hat-trick. He probably could have got 4 on the night, so we had chances as well.
You know what? It was a fantastic advert for Championship football, that was. It was brilliant, end-to-end.
Rob 58 UK says it's 7:30. So my choices are EastEnders, Emmerdale, or Sky Blue Fans TV.
Oh, wow.
I'll choose Emmerdale all day long.
Assassins Unite says, we're wary of no one 10 points clear, top of the league. You're having a laugh. It's never been done. It's the first time in Championship history that anybody's been 10 points clear after 17 matches.
And we're with Everton, aren't we? If you're taking the goal difference, like that's just another ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mark Patman, evening guys, we're on the top of the league and dreaming of the promised land. Every player is coming on and doing a great job, and Jack Rodoni is back.
Yeah, it's great to see him back.
Paul,
do you know what else? Sorry, carry on.
Paul Cuttifer says Vivash showed his class at the end compared to Robbins. It spoke volumes.
Yeah, well done to the Sky Blue Army as well for giving him a round of applause at the end and singing his name. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
On another show, I've got something to say about that as well. Assassins Unite, the players respected Lampard for his stellar career. Now they love him because he's such a humble fella as well. Rich T says, hopefully not complacent against Charlton, but that would be the old City, straight at them Saturday. World Travel Podcast says, is Miles singing Lampard's song yet? Ian Smalls, Frank Lampard could easily achieve legend status by May. I'm nervous about December the 2nd. Key draws away at Ipswich and Saints will prove pivotal. Delirious Thursday, huge character. Mick Kelly, Ellis Simms, he loves the funky chicken. Ellis Simms, he puts it on his batch.
It was funny with the way he ran away doing like the chicken thing, like that, weren't he?
I know.
He only sort of half did it.
What was that for? Why has he done that?
I don't know. It must have been.
I probably just thought, I don't know. Sometimes you just don't know what to do you? Just do something. I hope he develops that. I think that should become his proper permanent and like more proper. Like that should be the thing.
Can I just say that a few weeks ago when we played Portsmouth, and Ken and I come on here and we went, that's the best game Ellis Simms had for us in a City shirt, apart from probably Wolves. And everyone was going, yeah, but it was against Portsmouth. Even the comments, people were saying, oh, it was against Portsmouth, blah, blah, blah. Right. But last night, and the last few games, he showed his class. And is it 6 goals in 5 games for Ellis Simms? Right. And Tuesday night, you couldn't ask for any more off that bloke. He was throwing his body, like we've always said, we want someone like Ellis Simms to throw his body in there, like Victor used to do, use his body strength. And Ellis was doing that on Tuesday night. He was exceptional. And if he plays like that on Saturday, he will get a hat-trick if he plays like that on Saturday.
Even AD Vivash was praising him at the end. He said you can't give a striker. He's a top striker, and he'll punish you if you make a mistake. So
that goal.
Question for you, Miles.
Yeah.
Worldwide Travel Podcast says, why does Miles want Josh Sargent so bad, he reckons?
He's a prolific goal scorer when he gets the service. And I think that, you know, when you look at what Simms has done since he's come in, Hadji went non-existent for 4 or 5 games, like we kept saying. He's, you know, started to drop off, blah, blah, blah. And I think the more competition in the team, the healthier it is for the club and for the team to move forwards. And I think, you know, you've got to have competition all over the pitch. And I think that the more you have up front, okay, especially tactically, so if you wanted to go a 4-4-2 or, you know, play 2 up front or whatever, you've got a great competition in the team and hunger to make us even better. I think Sargent is strong, he's powerful, he's quick, and I think, you know, that's why. I just, you know, you've seen it at Norwich when Norwich were all firing on all cylinders. This year's, I don't know what's going on at Norwich, but that player for me would be ideal for this club. It's just something about him. He's clinical. You know, he's having a bad season because of the service.
How old is he now, Sargent? Is he what age?
Could someone look that up? Because I don't know.
He's about 26, isn't he?
Is he?
Mm.
See, I'd go someone younger. For me, I agree with like the depth and the development, but I'd go someone up and coming to be bringing through, because you get like Wright who's getting older. You want that sort of cycle, don't you? So for me, Sargent's nothing different to what we've already got. I'd be looking for something different, just personally.
The thing is as well though, Sargent's been in the Premier League, isn't he, with Norwich? So he's been in there, so he's got a bit of experience as well. So if we go up, you've got that little bit of experience in the Premier League. Same as Ellis. Ellis has played in the Premier League. So you imagine having 2 strikers on the pitch that have played in the Premier League over the last few years. It's better than having someone like Hadji that hasn't played in the Premier League to go into that season, because you've got the experience and you know the know-how of what the Premier League offers. Same as you know, Wolfenden. We brought Wolfenden in. He's played 1 year in the Premier League. Okay, he's not getting into the team at the moment because of our formation, but you know, someone like him could be vital. It's yeah, that's how I see it, to be honest.
Was that your short answer on why you want Josh Sargent?
Yeah.
Wayne Litwood says a long answer.
Yeah. Wayne Litwood, evening. What a result the other night. Fantastic game all round from both teams. How Boro missed that chance to go 3-2 up, I'll never know. King Carlos says, definitely tough games ahead. Let's take a game at a time. I'm telling you now, Simms is back.
Brilliant performance.
I'm going through because quite a few comments. So I'll get this one up. Alex says, hiya, Sky Blue Fans TV. Question, will we face the third versus a second match a week on third first v seconds match a week on Saturday at Portman Road? I'm going, but sitting in the home end and sitting on my hands all game. It could happen again. It'd be amazing, won't it, if it is? It's a good possibility.
Yeah, it is. It is a good possibility.
This is from NK. Simms needs to adopt a proper goal celebration. Going to be more to come. I heard Vivash on BBC Tees after the game, and he was class, saying how much the fans' chant meant so much to him.
Thing is, I don't care how Simms celebrates as long as he just keeps scoring the goals. And
I want him to adopt the funky chicken. I think that should be the proper official celebration now.
That's brilliant. I loved it.
I'm in a campaign for that.
It was like it was a couple. It was only a couple, weren't it? And then he stopped.
So you need to proper go for it next time.
Do you know what though? Do you know what? Like, we're in this position, and look, I haven't even got us in the top 6. That's the most funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm gonna. Can I change it?
I think we all want to change it, don't we, really?
James Hollyoak's got a question. Does anybody know, does the shop in the West Orchards do shirt printing, or is it only at the ground?
Yeah, it does. It does do printing. I know that because I've took a shirt to get printed there.
Oh, that's where you got Claudio's done, isn't it?
Yes, I had to go there because they didn't have the right letters at the ground. I had to go and get another letter at the West Orchard.
They didn't have the stick.
You didn't. They did have all the letters. You had to take the shirt to the other shop to get the letter. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, no, they didn't do it. They didn't print it. They just made sure they had all the letters at the other shop before I went. Otherwise, I'd be going back and forward all the time.
That'd be funny, wouldn't it? We can do the C, the U, and the I.
You got to go and get the rest from the other shop.
For some reason, I don't know why they just run out of letters. Just get loads of letters in. They're not. Can't be that expensive, can they? I mean, they always run out of the most popular ones. I don't know why.
They probably get them free anyway off the EFL.
Probably. Yeah.
Mark Rainbow says, I wouldn't say we sat back. Boro pushed us back into our own box. Food Tech Original, I'll get this one up as well. He says, or she, it could be he or she. Listen on the clip of Simms' first goal closely. Middlesbrough fans jeered, thinking Simms has hit it over the bar just before the ball hits the top bin. Said we are top of the league. We certainly are.
Brilliant finish. Brilliant finish.
One of the lads at work was a bit moody this afternoon. He had a rough day. And I went, come on. I said, we're top of the league. He went, not now. He wasn't. He's a Cov fan. He's had a rough day.
Not now. Before we do some more comments, here's Spot the Ball again, guys. Have a go. See where you think the ball is this evening. And you can win yourself the last Sky Blue Fans TV mug until we can make some. So, yeah.
It's so popular, they're out of stock.
They are. So have another guess, see where you think it. I haven't asked you lot. Where do you think the ball is, guys? Vicky.
I would have got this right, but I'm not saying now because obviously I know what the right answer is. But what I thought is actually the right answer. So I'm gutted. So I never get it right, but I did.
I forgot to ask you, didn't I? Never mind. We won't ask the others because they've seen the answer as well. But yeah, have a go tonight if you want to. Have a go on there. Now, before we do a few more comments, I just want to give this a big shout out. We had Wayne Brewerton on the other week. I don't know if everybody remembers this, but he was doing a fundraiser for Skank for Heroes, and they raised a whopping £13,050. Absolutely fantastic. So congratulations, Wayne, and everybody involved in that. I think the Two-Tone Village were involved and everything. So absolutely brilliant. Congratulations. And I love the way they've used the sky blue as well, which is superb. Right, a few more comments then, Claudio. And we get Jack Stats.
Richard Hanna says, Vicky is right. They were bloody good. We will be under it at times this year because we are playing good teams every week. Rob58 UK says, Boro had only let in 4 goals at home all season and we scored 4 on one night. Mark Patman, Boro played well in the second half, but as soon as they changed midfield with Redoni and Allen, we'd turn them over, different class. I thought the way we finished that last 15 minutes was superb, actually. Really strong. Trevor Merriman, sorry, but I'm probably the biggest pessimistic person as a lifer Coventry City supporter. Well, we all are, Trevor. We don't support other teams, well, some people do on other podcasts, but really worried about December. If we get the results, I will really start to PUS believe. I was talking to Miles earlier, and I don't know if you guys agree or not, but basically, I was.
When? When?
I must have done. And or was it?
No, you haven't. You haven't spoke to me today.
Was it yesterday? And I was basically saying that we don't have to be brilliant anymore for the rest of the season. We just need to be the same as the teams who are just below us. So if Ipswich draw, we draw. If Middlesbrough win, we win. It's not that hard. We just got to keep that gap, that little bit of a gap, and we'll be fine. I don't think we need to overthink it now. This 10-point lead is massive at the start of the season. So I think we just got to keep it steady, not risk any. There's only one way we play anyway, so it's all out attack, isn't it? So to say not risk anything, that's not going to happen, is it? Wayne Littlewood, we are like a juggernaut going forward. Stoke and Boro have tricky home games. It could be another good weekend this weekend. Cameron DeRossi, Simms. So Guy, he needs to celebrate with pride. The first time he went to the fans after the game, cheering and waving his hands up.
Jamie Allen's celebration's great because everyone's being smothered by the fans, and Jamie Allen's just there going like that.
Yeah.
He does though, doesn't he? He does celebrate goals. He really does.
Yeah.
Rock the Casbah. Was great. We had to dodge the bottles and coins getting thrown at us from those sore losers. Yeah, I heard about that. Someone's got their headspace open.
Can I just say as well that volley from Grimes for Kitchen's first goal?
Yeah.
Come on.
First time, wasn't it?
Oh, not only that, the shot he had that knocked Sakamoto out.
Yeah. I know.
That was going in.
That was flying. That was.
Yeah.
He's the best signing we've made in 10 years, I reckon. Or probably
Sakamoto, yeah, I know.
I'm on about Grimes now.
I'm
not sure our opponents will be relishing facing us. Our boys are made of the right stuff. Knowledgeable fans, M. King knows our history these past 25 years, especially the crap endured under Sisu, and know we are fans have earned this. Can I just show you something I've got here?
Go on.
I've still got it because the last time we were in the Championship, when we got relegated, obviously it was 2001 from the Premier League, and this was my phone.
That's all interesting.
Still switches on. It's
that's what he brings to away games. That's why we keep losing.
And the reason I got the mobile phone, because my ex-wife was pregnant with Luca at the time, you see, and he was born in the June. Of course, we got relegated in the May, didn't we? But that was the first phone I had when we were in the Championship. I've got this one now, obviously.
By the way, this is a Coventry City podcast, but it's gone into talking about Nokia phones and other manufacturers available. No, only joking. By the way, if you are just tuning in tonight and it's your first time watching Sky Blue Fans TV, we are 208 subscribers away on YouTube to hit 3,000. So please, if you haven't subscribed, head over to YouTube if you're watching on there. Give us a like, thumbs up, give us a subscribe, and hit the notification button. And if you become a member at $1.99 a month or $4.99, you get exclusive early access to all the Sky Blue History podcast videos. So there you go.
Steve Price says, Steve from Wales, I believe. This team is absolutely amazing. We're second best second half and still scored 4 away goals at second in the table. Swansea, Mark Rome says, Swansea is the halfway point of the season. We have 6 games to get to 50 points at the halfway point. That's bonkers, isn't it? Also, Swansea away. If we keep going at the rate we're going, Swansea away could be, I reckon, the day we pick up the Championship title.
When's that? February?
March, I think. At this rate, if we're going at this rate, I'm saying.
The thing is, what we're on now, we're on 40 points.
Remember when we used to say, "Oh, let's get to 40 or 50 to try and avoid relegation"? Remember we used to say that, didn't we?
Hey, in 4 games' time, we could be on 50 points.
Yeah,
not 6 games.
Yeah. This is from Dan. I quite like this. Dan says, I'm 7 wins from 8 in the home end when Cover away. The Boro fans were fuming around me.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. By the way, Claudio is actually banned now because the only game we've lost this season is Wrexham away. So Claudio has declared he's not going to an away game ever again this season.
I think we've declared that he's not going to an away game this season.
We'll make sure no tickets are made available for him.
I'm actually getting personal messages now. Going, are you going? No. Oh, good. It's like, oh, great.
So now listen, right? Preston have given us another 1,956 tickets for a midweek game on the 9th of December. That's 5,000 Cov fans in the away end. Right, Claudio, there's no tickets left, so you ain't going.
And SBA's bang on. We've spoken about this, that defeat at Wrexham. The defence was disjointed. No Thomas, no MVE, no De Silva. That speaks volumes alone. Hindsight, a wonderful thing. But had all three been playing, we'd have won that night. We wouldn't have lost, that's for sure, after we'd taken the lead.
And that guy wouldn't have scored a hat-trick if Bobby Thomas was playing. No chance.
No, definitely not.
He can't hit a barn door, can he? Did Mark Rainbow says, didn't Nuddy used to do the funky chicken when he scored? He did, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Yes, he did.
His big, massive shirt. Brian Tully says the last person to do the chicken celebration was Peter and Love. Brian Tully's won an award, actually.
Oh, has he? What for?
Yeah, he presents a program on Hills FM, and he got an award.
Well, congratulations! Brilliant stuff. Yeah. Well done, mate. Absolutely brilliant.
Got to hand it to Simms. I thought he'd lost his confidence, says Chippy Dave. I always wonder if he's a carpenter or he works in a fish and chip shop. But
he works in a fish and chip shop.
Does he? But wow, he played a cracking game. No doubt in Vicky again. Well done.
Yeah, definitely not. Before we get Jack's stats up, I just want to show the goals again, if that's all right. Can I show the goals?
Oh, absolutely. We can watch these forever and ever.
Right. So I want to do this one first. I wanted to show that because of the away fans. Unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable. But let's put on all of them, shall we? Here we go. Bobby Thomas going cheerio to the away fans.
That's why we're top of the league. That's why.
What's Liam Kitchen doing in the 90th minute, playing as like a right winger almost? It's madness, isn't it?
I think he was desperate for a hat trick, really.
Yeah, but we're 3-2 up and they're still going. Let's get another one. It is brilliant, isn't it, really, to see? It's the way football should be played. I love it. I absolutely love it.
I would say it was a great advert for Championship football. It was end-to-end, wasn't it? You know.
I mean, if you'd lost the ball and had boot down the other end and equalised, I'd be annoyed. But
I literally, it's just This is what dreams are made of, and we've got to enjoy it. Look, if the wheels fall off this weekend and we get beat by Charlton, so be it.
And Middlesbrough didn't play badly. They played well, Middlesbrough, didn't they? You know, they were a good team.
Yeah, they were good. Yeah, they were good. Yeah.
Well, you compare that to Burnley Leeds last season. Those were awful games for 1 against 2, weren't they?
Mm.
Yeah, I had to turn it off in the end. It was terrible to watch.
Yeah.
Michael Gascoigne says, has anyone mentioned that the goal every 85 minutes? Simms has the best goals per minute played by far. Next, Clark, Ipswich, 116 minutes. Well, we'd already said that when he starts, he scores. He's virtually a goal every other game when he actually starts. His statistics don't look great because he's had so many substitution appearances and plays for 5 minutes.
Rob58 UK says Claudio can go if we get drawn away in the FA Cup. We don't need a run this year.
There you go, that's it.
And to be fair, if that breaks the voodoo, then he can come again.
Except if we get drawn against Man United, because we owe them one, don't we?
Yeah, we owe them one. We owe them one.
Question for the panel.
Go on, him.
From SBA 1987 PUSB. Question for the panel. What do you all think about the new format that the EFL are looking to bring into the Championship, where it's the top 8 for the playoffs as opposed to 3rd to 6th? Well, after this season, I don't care because we'll be in the Premier League. Miles?
So I was going to say exactly the same thing. Don't care because we ain't going to be in it. Okay.
So for me, that's too much. Then I'll leave it as it is.
Yeah. Jack,
I'll give you one simple point on that. They scrapped FA Cup replays because players were playing too many games, so they want to introduce more games. Make it make sense. No, do not do it.
Yeah,
no, don't touch anything that's not broken. It's fine as it is.
Yeah, I mean this playoff thing, it's made the division alive, hasn't it? Really, because some leagues were finished by March. You know, you could have said last season that the league would have been over because if it was just the top 3 went up, by the end of March it was over, wasn't it? Because the amount of points that Sheffield United had as well. So, but you don't need to extend it any further. I don't think at all.
No, I think they're only. The thing is, right? You look at that they want to extend that, but lower down, non-league to League 2, it's always been 1 goes up and then 2nd goes up via playoffs.
Yeah.
So they've never changed that. So why change the Championship when that needs changing first? So change League 2 and National League first to give them a chance to come up, and then change the Championship. But then if you change the Championship, you've got to change League 1. If you change League 1, you've got to change League 2. So just leave it, man. Stop trying to make football something else that it isn't, because football is right at the moment. It's perfect. It's okay apart from VAR. I'm dreading VAR. But they're on about bringing in the blue card. Why? Why?
No.
They can't even get yellow cards and red cards right at the moment. So why bring in a blue card? Just leave it. Leave it alone. You've ruined it. You've ruined top games by bringing in VAR. And, well, it's got a bit better this year, apparently. But you know what I mean? And we're going to go into that if we do end up winning this league or finishing 2nd. So, yeah, just leave it, man. Just leave it. Well, a couple more comments and then we get Jack in with... Jack's got some fantastic stats, haven't you, Jack?
Ralph Wiggins says, I suspect foul play with Ellis Simms celebration. Up the old 5. I thought I'd better read that out because Lenny ring me up and give me grief.
Read my comment out.
Any news? Dan says, any news on the 21-year-old forward? Talk started this week, I heard. Is this the guy from... where's he from? Is he
Sweden?
Sweden.
Sweden.
I've heard nothing. And right, one last one before the stats. Rob says we won't buy Sargent, too expensive and could upset the team spirit, especially with him competing with Wright for a place in the World Cup. There you go. Over to you.
All right then, Jack. Here we go. What have you got for us then, mate? Because I'm expecting big things here, kid.
Well, I've actually got 3 different sets of stats tonight. I'll do 2 now, and we'll come to one later on because it's a bit more relevant to later on in the show.
Okay.
Firstly, I was looking at how teams are faring after 17 games. I didn't have to go back too far, to be honest, because 2 seasons ago, Leicester had actually got more points than us, and very nearly threw it away in the later stages of the season, if you remember. So after 17 games last season, season before last, Leicester had 42 points. They'd won 14 games and lost 3. So compare that with us now. We've won 12 games, drawn 4, and lost 1. So Leicester had won more, but obviously lost more as well. They hadn't drawn a single game. So they had a better start points-wise to the season than us. They'd only scored 31 goals, though. So we are significantly better at scoring goals than Leicester were 2 seasons ago. And then Ipswich were on 39 points that same season, who were in second at this stage. So we're doing better than Ipswich were 2 years ago. Then you look at last year, the top 4, and it was a top 4 at this point. Sheffield United were actually top with 37 points with 2 losses. Leeds as well, 35 points, had 2 losses. Burnley, 33 points with 2 losses. They had only conceded 6 goals at this point, though, which is incredible. And Sunderland were 4th, also on 33 points, again with only 2 losses. Leeds, who were the big scorers, the big entertainers last year, had only got 31 goals at this stage last year. We have scored 47 goals. And also, I was looking at the goals, which I'll get up in a minute. But in that 47, it's only 1 penalty. And that was the second goal we scored of the season, which means we have scored 45 consecutive goals since our last penalty, which I have no idea if that's a record. I have no idea where that stands in previous, seasons or whatever. But 45 goals without a penalty, to me, just seems incredible. And that was only in 15 games, and that includes a 0-0. So it's just mad. I was then looking at where the goals come from. So the goals mostly are right-footed goals, 10 headers, 8 left-footed goals. There's the percentages there as well. So I won't read out every number on screen. I've included the own goal there. So most of our players are right-footed. So most of the goals are going to be right-footed. That just makes sense. I haven't got crosses to goals because a lot of our goals are from crosses, but then are like headed down or knocked down and volleyed or hit or deflected and then scored. But for 60% of our goals to be right-footed, it's not really a surprise. And then I was looking at how the goals are scored from like what sort of play, open play. So 31 goals open play, that's 66%, which is a very, very high percentage. So people, I know at the beginning of the season we're saying, set piece again, ole. We were scoring quite a lot of set pieces, but it is only 16 out of 47, which is about a third of our goals are coming from set plays. The rest of it's all open play. And then as to where it's coming from on the pitch, 24 of our 47 goals are coming from the right-hand side of the pitch. So that is mostly Milan and Sakamoto, where the creativity is coming from. Obviously, we had the Wrexham game where Milan wasn't playing. Kessler Hayden was. But the 2 goals that were scored, one was assisted by Sakamoto with a cross on the right, and the other was scored by Sakamoto himself. So, I mean, that goal was through the middle anyway, not down the right. But basically, if you've got a good left back, you've got a good chance of keeping us quiet, potentially, although we do score from everywhere in every kind of situation. Only 2 goals from direct set plays. Like I say, one is the penalty, one's the direct free kick. Anything else counts as from the left, from the right, or through the middle. So only 10 goals through the middle, 11 from the left, 24 from the right. So somehow, if they can keep Sakamoto and Milan quiet down the right, it means they've got a 50% chance that we're not scoring. Or that's how half of our creativity happens. So if we're going to create 4 chances down the right-hand side, we'd have to create 8 elsewhere in the pitch just to equal how effective our right-hand side is. So that just shows how effective Sakamoto and Milan really have been this season. What do you guys make of those stats?
Astonishing, really. Astonishing, really, them facts. Really. Yeah.
I think we're 6 ahead on the set pieces than the nearest club, aren't we? From the goals from. We're way out ahead in everything. It is incredible. It's an incredible start to the season. It really is.
I'm shocked at the pen, because we have only had one penalty, haven't we, this year? Have we only had one pen? Is that right?
Yeah, Derby away.
Yeah, I've forgot all about that. Because we just seem to be scoring every game. We forget how many penalties. But yeah, when you think about it, it's only one pen. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
I think free kick wise, with the way Torp hits the ball, I think I'm surprised. I'm not surprised we haven't scored many from a free kick, because we haven't been given. Teams have set up to try and not give us free kicks on the edge of the box. And if we had a free kick on the edge of the box, like against West Brom last weekend, it was a bit too close to get the ball up and over. It needed to be about another 5, maybe 8 yards back for Torp to be able to get anything on it. And so I'm not surprised about the lack of goals from direct free kicks or anything, because, as I say, teams have been setting up not to. They're being told, don't give them a free kick on the edge of the box, because they know how lethal we can be. And as for, crosses from the right, Sakamoto and stuff, I've said it for a couple of seasons, that's where we are most balanced down that side. We are still unbalanced on the left. We're not as consistent on the left, are we, as we are on the right? Their partnership's it's just brilliant. Sakamoto and Milan's partnership is just it's what all teams want. They want something like that, and we need to find that on the other side. We really do, because I think if we can master that, I think we will be just literally unstoppable, because the way we go about trying to kill teams off with crossing the ball in is just ridiculous, isn't it, Vic?
Yeah. It was like I said on Tuesday night, that the amount of times this season where we've just gone, oh, okay, now we mean business, bang, bang, 2 goals in about 3 minutes, and like all of a sudden the opposition are like, what's going on? It's incredible.
It is.
One thing I also find astonishing, I don't have the numbers on this because I didn't quite have the time, but the fact that 51% of our goals are scored when we go down the right-hand side, most of the goals conceded are from the left-hand side. So it just shows that not only are our right-hand side players getting forward and producing the numbers creatively, they're also defensively better than the other side. So like you say, the balance is completely off. The players on the right are just better than the left. And obviously on the left, Efron doesn't come back as much as Tats does. But then also Efron's been out. Asante's been played on the left. I think Kai Andrews played out there in a couple of the games, especially the cup game against Millwall. I think Raphael's been deployed out there a little bit as well. So it has been changing a little bit. And in theory, Hadji could play out there if and when he's fit again. So the right is just more consistent of who's got that starting place nailed down. The left is a little bit of rotation.
I think you got Sakamoto and Kessler Hayden. You can play on the right, who come back and defend. Asante and EMC, they're not. It's just not their game, is it? And I think that's the difference. And also, the control of the football is better on the right-hand side. You think how they play with the ball as well. They're just better with it at their feet. Jay's been massively improved this season, but we know he can get found out sometimes when he tries to do a little jink here and there and doesn't quite come off. Hasn't got the strength of Milan, hasn't got the pace of Milan to get back either. That's the difference as well. You know, so but still, flipping out. It's amazing, isn't it? What they're at the minute, I would say Jada Silva's playing sort of like 50% better than he's ever played, I think, at this club this season. It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you say, we're trying to find some fault. We're trying to pick at this, but you are right. Jada Silva has had a fantastic start to the season. There's no doubt about it. I just wish he was taller than me, and I'm not the tallest. So you know what I mean. Even if he had my height, he'd be a little bit better. But there just isn't that balance. There just isn't that balance on the left, and we know that, and we've known that we've known that since we come into the Championship, really. And De Silva hasn't been with us all that long, but we've known that all the way along anyway. Even under Mark Robins and everyone, we were always more unbalanced on the left than we were on the right. It's always been like that with us. And is it because that there isn't as many left-footed left backs play football? That could be a reason, because look at England, they're always struggling to find a left-footed left back. So is that one of the reasons that we can't find anyone to really, come in and find that balance? We thought Brow was the answer, but Brow's not getting a look in. I think it's because he's not up to the speed yet. He's not up to the fitness. And then Bidwell, I love Bidders to bits, but I think he's at the age now, he's slowing down and he's not as quick. So, unfortunately, because I love Bidders, he's ace. But yeah, it's just a shame we can't get that balance on the left the same. But saying after all of that, EMC's doing a great job. Whoever goes out on the left's doing a great job, and we're top of the league, clear. So we're trying to give other clubs a chance, aren't we? By not being quite perfect.
Yeah. Jonah Fat Cat says, Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh yes, Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I don't know. Jack's got some more stats in you, Jack.
Well, I've got more we can come back to about Frank later. I don't know. I'll pluck something out of thin air. We've had 12 different goal scorers this season already, which is nuts.
Who put the ball in the back of the net? Half the team did.
We've had an additional 4 players have an assist registered, and that does include Raphael, who's at Wigan at the moment and playing in different positions. I had a look the other day. He's playing some games at right back, some games on the wing, some games as a number 9. I don't think the manager knows what he's doing. So don't be surprised if we see Raphael recalled in January and potentially even sent back out on loan somewhere else. Or we keep him for squad depth depending upon injury. So come back to this stream in a month or so. He'll come back to us.
Yeah, how quick is
crazy
that?
Because the only player that's played more than 5 games for us and hasn't registered a direct involvement in a goal is Carl Rushworth. Every other player who's played more than 5 games for us has registered some sort of goal involvement, which is nuts at this stage of the season. It's bonkers.
Talk about sharing.
To be fair, he did that long punt, didn't he, that we scored from, when obviously he wouldn't have got the assist because someone else did. But even he's almost had an impact. It's just crazy, isn't it?
Oh yeah, he's had an impact, definitely.
Yeah.
He's not
goal wise, yeah. But there was that long punt he did.
Simms should have buried that chance, shouldn't he? He really should have. Thank God Talk was there.
What were you going to say, Ken?
No, I was just about to say that obviously it's about the goals and the amount, the players that all the different players scoring the goals is brilliant, because we've not had that before, have we? We normally had strikers, and we've got a top goal scorer as well with the Sante and Wright as well. Remember, but defenders, midfielders, it's brilliant, and it's just fantastic that anybody can score any time, really. You can't sort of choose a goal scorer, can you, really? Because you don't know who's going to score.
Total football.
Yeah. Total football.
Jane says, I like the fact that Torp and Kitch stayed on their feet rather than go down looking for a free kick. We are more likely to score if we keep going. Sky Blue Gibb says, surreal fending off bottles, coins, vapes, batteries, etc. while trying to watch the game. Put my hood up and got my son to look out for incoming woman in white. Oh dear.
Oh, I've seen that.
I've seen her, yeah.
What is she playing at? Even their fans were
I didn't know why she kept going, it's cream, because I hadn't seen the first video that said that it was white, and I was like, why is she going, it's cream? But obviously it makes sense when she was in the first video.
Mason, he says. Guys, the ethos of the new playoff scenario is 5, 6, 7, 8, play an extra leg so there will be more incentive to finish in the top 4. Good idea, methinks. Okay.
No, can I just add to that? Bearing in mind, we think currently that the gap between the Championship and the Premier League is the biggest it's ever been, right? And it probably is because no team's stayed up for, well, what feels like a decade already, or any teams that break in get dumped out after 2 or 3 years. Imagine having a team in 8th with 59 points being promoted to the Premier League just because they won 4 games in a playoff. They would have their arses handed to them. They'd be worse than Derby were when they only got 11 points and scored 4.5 goals all season. I really don't think having the team in 8th. Can you imagine like Preston North End finish 8th in the Championship on 59 points and they're in the Premier League? That would just be outrage, especially when you get teams like Sheffield United last season who had 90 plus points, finished 3rd. In any other season, they would have won the league automatically, and they finished 3rd and didn't make it up. Can you imagine if some little old Millwall or, I don't know, Sheffield Wednesday or Derby or something finished in 8th and got promoted? It's not right.
Jack's not a fan.
Could you tell?
And Cooley BIT, who's a new member, actually. Thanks for joining up. He joined up during the week. Always love seeing the stats like that. Thanks, Jack.
Well done,
Mark
Jack.
Rainbow says it's funny how most of our goals come from the right, but our attacks come down the left. 47% of our attacks come down the left. Yeah. Excuse me. I know it's crazy, but I think we will draw Arsenal at home in the 3rd round of the FA Cup, and I reckon we'll be surprised everyone and beat them. Victor Gyökeres, home, come in. My voice has just gone. Over to you, Miles.
What's happened to Victor? Because is he injured?
He's got a muscle strain or something in training.
Yeah, I was going to say
out the last few games.
Yeah, not seen him in the team much. Right then, before we go on to Charlton Athletic, we are going to have a little chat about a certain man who took over a year ago tomorrow, and we are on course for another 9-point week. I think it's the 3rd one of the season if we do this, which is unbelievable. So my question to the panel is, what have you made to Frank Lampard's first 12 months in charge of the Sky Blues? Vicky.
Thanks for that.
Okay, Ken.
It's been great, hasn't it? I think it's been it's been a roller coaster really, because we had to deal with the emotion of like where we were, the sort of like Mark leaving, how we were going to deal with all that emotionally, whether or not we would then continue to go on the upward trajectory that we'd been on. I mean, so since League Two, it'd been an upward trajectory into it, and you're thinking, are we still going to go? And Frank's just come in and took it to like another level. So we were at a level, and now we're just at another level. And I think that for me, the thing that I've enjoyed the most is that we've seen the development in the players, but I think there's been a development in Frank as well. I think that he's a better manager now than he was when he came in, and I think that's part of his ethos about being the best version of yourself all the time, and I think he instills that in our team, and that's why we are where we are now, because they've all bought into this belief that if you want to do anything, you have to be your best version of yourself all the time. And so it's just been great to watch as that's developed, and now we're just on this incredible season that defies words. Really, I don't even know what's going on in the world anymore. It's crazy, but it's great. But I was like you. I haven't been singing any of his songs because I thought that we had to do something first. Look, before we sang that, I thought that we sang that too early for me. I wasn't ready to be singing that like last season when we hadn't done anything different. But if he gets us promoted this season back to the promised land, and he's cements himself as a club legend, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, it's I mean, I'm like you. I'm Yeah, I'm not ready for that yet. That, those words. I'm not. It's brilliant. It's really, really good at the moment, but we're not there yet, are we? I don't think it's.
We're going to achieve it. We're going to follow this through, don't we? Because if we don't do it, if we don't go up this season now, all this is for nothing, isn't it? We might have enjoyed this 6 months, but we still know further forward. So we need to follow this through now, and that's what it's all about. And then once we've done that, which I genuinely believe we will do, he deserves all the plaudits in the world, because that's an amazing job. Because that's not just us getting up through like the playoffs or whatever. That if we go up if we carry on like we are, go up as champions, like record points, all this sort of stuff that's going on, then he deserves all the plaudits in the world, because that's an amazing achievement. That's above anything I dreamt of. I thought we could get up, but not like this.
Yeah, no, same. It's like I've been telling everyone, someone needs to kick me up the arse, someone needs to pinch me, someone needs to punch me, slap me, and just wake me up and think it's all one big dream, this run that we're on. But Jack, you're the youngest out of all of us. You've seen us drop down to League Two, but then, coming back up this way, the way we did it with Mark Robbins, AD, Dennis Lawrence, and all that, and the winning teams that we've had. For you, Frank Lampard's first 12 months, how do you feel about it all?
It's almost perfection, isn't it? I think I will respectfully disagree with you both, Miles and Vicky. You say you're not singing Lampard's song because he hasn't quite done it for us. Okay, well, just to play devil's advocate, Sakamoto's never scored a specific goal that's got us anywhere or earned us anything. So I bet you still sing his song. I'm just playing devil's advocate there.
Well, he has. He got the winner against Sheffield United.
don't take on Miles over Sakamoto for that.
But secondly, Frank Lampard has already achieved something and then bettered himself. Last year, from January to March, April time, we went on our best winning run in the club's history. 9 wins in 11 games. Well, you know what? We've just done it again. We've just beat the record he set himself a year, or not even a year ago. So almost flawless, because we lost 3 silly games last year, all away from home. Derby, Plymouth, Luton. We finished 7 points behind Sunderland. Had we have won those 3 games, probably on paper we should have, right? We'd have finished above Sunderland, so we'd have had an away leg on a Friday night at the Stadium of Light, and then we could have brought them home to try and get into that playoff final. And then obviously losing in the playoff 2 legs are the only 2 things that I wouldn't say Frank's failed at, but we have failed to achieve the own bar that we'd set ourselves in losing 3 games and not making it through the playoffs. We're not even bothering with the playoffs this year. We're not. It's simple as. I think now, from the position we're in, I think this is the first time I've even thought about it to myself. I think we're going to win the league now. I really do. I genuinely do. Because what Frank and his coaching team have instilled in basically the same group of players we already had is next level. He's taken some players who we have dismissed as bang average and just about good enough at this level to a team that is currently walking the championship. And we are currently walking the championship. There are 10 points between us and second, and then there's only 8 points from second to 17th. We are so far ahead of everyone else. What Frank and his team have done is unbelievable and should be remembered and cherished forever, basically. He's already, in my opinion, earned his legacy at this club just based on the fact where we are right now. It could all change. It could all come crumbling down. But what he has achieved in 12 months feels like second to none, and especially not in my lifetime.
Well, Ken, Jack's just made some fantastic points, and they are absolutely brilliant. Even comments coming in saying, absolutely brilliant, Jack. So just superb. What do you think that's, in this first 12 months, like Jack's just been saying about what he's achieved. Why do you think that is? How do you think he's done this?
I think he's. I agree with what he said, what Jack's just said, actually. And he's been professional. The way he's conducts himself with the press, the way he talks to the players. You can see on various videos you see on social media with City Unseen, etc. He's always talking to them, got his arm around them. He's made so many players, average players, which we thought better. And I think the players have took to him as well. And he's settled in really good. He says in some of the interviews, he loves it down here. He's still got his house in London. I believe he's looking to buy a house around in the Midlands area, around this area, and to be closer to home. But at the moment, he said he loves the food even the lady that did the food at Brighton. He said they do some brilliant food there. He said, I love my food when I come down here and I can get away from the family. It's good. And then go back, drive back. And Harry normally rings him up on the way back. Harry Redknapp is his uncle. To see how the game goes. He's always expecting a call from him in the car when he's on his way back from a game to say how, and he's one of Cov's biggest fans now, Harry Redknapp, because he said he's always watching the games. He's always leaning on advice from him. And just look at the people he can call on for advice. I mean, he's got so many people that he knows, from Harry Redknapp to Jose Mourinho, played under him, played under so many top players and managers, didn't he? So if he does need advice, I'm not saying he does, but if he does, he's got so many people he can call upon. And I think just the way he's conducted himself, I say, with the media, with staff, with the fans, and he's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And Jack's right. I think he's been just fantastic. It's unbelievable, really, the way he's settled in. It's gone a lot better than a lot of fans thought. And when the manager's job come available, he was the best manager available for the job, really, at the end of the day. Available. Now, whether we got him or not was up to Doug, wasn't it? And Doug, fair play to Doug, he went out and made sure he got the right man for the job. Because there was all sorts of talk about different managers, weren't there, from the lower leagues and stuff. But I think Doug knew who he wanted. And fair play to him, he went and got him. And it's proving right now that I think it's a right call. And he's obviously learned from his experiences at other clubs, at Derby, Everton. Things didn't go right for him there, but he's learned from it. You learn from his mistakes. Nobody's perfect, are they, in life? And he certainly learned from Chelsea as well. We went to Chelsea, didn't he? And he was restricted by who he could buy because he had a transfer ban on at the time. But he's learned at the top level. So all that's laid in good stead for him, and he's reaping the rewards now. He's got some great staff behind him as well. The staff, coaching staff, and everybody else at the club, I think, are all working as a team, and it's fantastic. And I just think, we're on the verge of something special. I really do, under Frank Lampard.
And Claudia, I mean, Ken just touched there on, it isn't just Frank. It is Joe Edwards and Chris Jones as well that he's brought in. So this 12 months, the three of them, how do you see it that in your eyes? Because obviously you're older than all of us by at least 30, 40 years. Combined. Yeah. How do you see it? Because it's just ridiculous.
I want to know if there's a queue to kick, punch, or slap you first, because I would like to be in front of that queue. But look at it this way. I'm just going to try and break this down as much as I can here. When he came in, it was on the back end of the sacking of a very popular manager, the most popular manager we've had probably since George Curtis and John Sillett. Now, this guy was a hero, when we know that, and he's already proven at Stoke. He's built, basically, we've got the team who's top of the league and the team who's second. You could almost say both built by Mark Robbins, first and foremost. What happened a year ago, it's like having Doug referred to this as a marriage. It's true. It's like bringing the new bloke home and introducing him to the kids, hoping you're going to like him. And everyone's going, oh, I like my dad. I don't like this bloke, whatever. And he's come in and he's turned, I would say, we were quite keen. It was Frank Lampard. I mean, I didn't want the other choices. But he's turned people's heads, hasn't he? And he turned them quite rapidly, to be honest. Because after Jack referred to those wins, 9 and 10, and you're thinking, we're onto something here. And I know we failed in the end, but he's done it again. And you got guys who are supporting him are really good. I'm not surprised our crosses are great. We're scoring from set pieces. We're dangerous from the ball. These guys have been involved in England. How do England play? You know, the one thing England are good at are set pieces. I've always said this. You know, he's basically been fantastic. There's no other way of describing it. You know, and how can you not, I've always said this, how can you not like Frank Lampard, regardless? You know, and it's interesting that he came in, we've talked about it before, he mentioned work. I'm going to come here to work. And it doesn't sound very flashy, does it? You know, if he comes in and says, we're going to play 4-2-4, we're going to expansive football, we're going to do this, we're going to knock it around here, and you'd be thinking, oh, fantastic, this sounds great. But he said, we're going to work. You think, oh, okay. Isn't that their job, you know, to work? But it proves what's been lacking, because the fitness levels this season off the scale. The way we finish games, we've been really strong. And even when we've been under pressure, we've held out. We've lost one game all season purely because of selection problems. And that's it. Same at Millwall. I mean, that cup game, it was a reserve team playing, wasn't it? You know, it's just excellent. It's absolutely brilliant. And it's just I think he's just a nice bloke, great manager. And yeah, is he the best ever? It's difficult to say, because obviously Jamil is still the best ever as far as I'm concerned. You know, he took us all the way on his own. The thing is, I think a lot of people alluded to this. Mark Robins got us so far. It looks like Frank and his backroom staff are going to do the bit that Mark probably couldn't do. But as Doug said, and it's interesting because when Adi Vivash walked off the pitch, I was told that Doug was applauding him coming off the pitch. He was hanging over the balcony doing it. And you kind of think what he said in that forum, Jack, where he said, we'd lost our tactician.
Yeah.
And I think that's what upset Doug way back a year ago. And I think that's what's changed now. We saw it on Tuesday night. We changed formation 3 times, I think, during that game.
Yeah, we did.
Brilliant. Yeah. I mean, because Jack messaged me going, what formation's this? I went, I don't know. It looks like we're playing all over the place. Or was it Vicky? We couldn't work out what formation we're playing. You know, it's a different level now. We have to go up this season the way we've started, because it would be an absolute, I think, a disaster, to be honest, if we don't, the way we've started. And it's all down to Frank Lampard and his staff, basically.
I think I said it on the Wrexham podcast before we were playing Wrexham, and I said, they asked me about their manager, and I said, you look at what we've done. You know, we got rid of Mark Robins, brought in Frank and his team, and it wasn't a very good decision at the time. Everyone thought, you know, it was unfavoured by the fans because of Mark Robins, what he did for the club. But then I said, he took us as far as he couldn't finish the job. He nearly finished the job. We nearly did it against Luton, but it just wasn't the right time. And he took us as far as he could. This has been a whirlwind the last 12 months. Is it 10 wins out of 11 now, Jack? So we beat it by 1, haven't we? So, you know, and I think when he came in, my biggest worry for me was, will he hang around? If he does a great job like he's doing, will someone who's struggling and sack a manager from the Premier League swoop in for him and take him away from us? I don't believe that will happen now because of the position we're in. I think if we were on an average run and we were, say, in top 6th, 5th, 6th or 7th, and someone swooped in for him and we didn't look like we were going to get to where we're going, I think he would probably go. But the amazing thing for me at the time, I think, when he came in, was his backroom staff he was bringing in. They've coached England players, you know, they've coached Harry Kane, they've coached, you know, all of them, all the England players, you know, the current squad, they've coached those players. And I think that's, for me, is a massive, massive key. And like you said about a tactician, about AD, you've seen that on Tuesday night against us with Middlesbrough. His tactics, he set up well against us. And you could tell that he had set that team up. Because as I say, when we went 2-0 up, it looked like we sat back and they pushed on, where normally we would keep pushing. So he was the tactician in Hitman and Mark and Dennis. But the two lads that Lampard's brought in and him, they've all grew up together at Chelsea. They've, they know each other from the Chelsea days. They get on well. I think Joe Edwards, I think he didn't really make it as a footballer, so he went into coaching, if I remember his interview back in pre-season, and he's concentrated on that. And it's just been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And where we are now, thank you, Doug, first of all, because we're all fuming about Mark Robins, but when you look back at it and you take a breath, you step back and you look at it from a bigger picture, Mark took us as far as he could go. He nearly did it. And we all wanted him to do it, didn't we? We all wanted Mark to do it, didn't we? Admittedly. But Frank's come in and his team, and they've transformed this team. And it's not that, it's the football as well. Oh my God, the football is sexy, isn't it?
I'll tell you one thing, Miles. You don't hear many people complaining about the players arriving early, not signing autographs anymore.
No. Well, no.
They can see the bigger picture now, what's going on.
Yeah.
We want success. You've got to be professional. Got to get away from all this stuff where, we want people to sign things all the time. Let them do the job and enjoy the players after the game.
That's it. Do it after. Yeah, do it after.
Yeah.
You wouldn't go to someone who's on stage, would you, in a play, and interfere them before they go on stage, because they're concentrating on what they got to do on stage, and that's these players. They're on the stage. They're on a big green stage, and it's right. We were saying it on this show, weren't we? We were saying it. All of us were saying it's the way the club's going. It's more professional. They're concentrating. He doesn't want any distractions. He wants them there early. They get there early. They have breakfast or they have lunch or whatever they're doing. They get in there and they get on with the job. And then after, you see the players having autographs and photos taken. Absolutely brilliant. And for me personally, I weren't around with Jimmy Hill in charge, but George and John were amazing. Mark Robins was amazing, but what Frank and his team are doing, Joe and Chris, this is unbelievable. This is just unbelievable. And it's been a fantastic 12 months. So thank you, Doug. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Joe. That's all I want to say. And thank you to all the players. Because, just brilliant. Have you got some stats on Frank?
Funny you should say that, Miles, because Dave Sport Photos asked as well. He says, has he been in charge for 46 games? Jack can probably confirm this. Would we have got automatics? Well, Dave, I do have those stats for you. We have 1 year of Frank Lampard. It is exactly 46 league games.
Yeah.
So you can see the all stats on the left there. Last season's remaining games and this season up until now. We have achieved 28 league wins, 8 draws, and only 10 losses. Only 10 losses. Only 3 of those losses are at home. That's it. It's not a lot. It really isn't. Points achieved in 46 games is 92 points. That is exactly 2 points per game. That would easily get us promoted. Other than last season, obviously, the freak of 2 teams getting 100 points. 92 points on 15 seasons out of 16 would easily get you promoted automatically. Potentially not winning the league, but automatic promotions as is. Now, bearing in mind, this season's run has been absolutely incredible. If I just hide the comments on screen for a second, you can see we're currently averaging 2.5 points at home and 2.22 points away. So 2.35 points per game this season. That's an improvement on last season. So if we carried on at the rate we're at, we would get 108 points this season. So from what we've achieved under Frank Lampard, in the fact that we've got 92 points across 46 league matches, which is unmatched by any other team, obviously, because the 3 that went up obviously haven't been able to accumulate points this season. So we are, since Frank Lampard has taken over, no team has picked up more points than Coventry City in the Championship. And possibly, I haven't looked at this, but possibly in all other leagues, because we play more games in the Premier League by 8 per season. And the other clubs in the other leagues wouldn't. Did anyone get to 90 points and then continue it into this season? I'm not sure. So we could potentially be the highest points achievers in English football since Frank Lampard took over, which is just phenomenal to think about. It really is. We talked about the goal scoring earlier, but it's just the fact we don't lose. We don't lose games. It's that simple. You know, we draw some, we win most, but you just don't lose. And especially at home. Fortress CBS. Sorry, I misspoke earlier. It's only 2 league losses at home under Frank Lampard. And who were those 2? Oh,
Leeds and Burnley.
Leeds and Burnley, the 2 teams that got promoted automatically last season. So they're the only 2 teams that have beat us at the CBS. And you could argue that we threw the Burnley game away. The only game we've lost away, obviously, this year wasn't even in this country. It's in a foreign country. So in my book, that don't count because Claudio was there as well. So,
I was saying to the postman the other day, I said to him, I says, if we carry on the rate we're going, we're going to get 108 points. You've just confirmed it.
Yeah, there you go. and just one more bit of a stat. We love Mark Robins. I will never. This is in no way to besmirch what Mark Robins did for our club, because I dearly love Mark Robins. I think he's a legend. Build the statue, to be honest. I genuinely feel like that. Yeah. But comparing Frank Lampard's 46 games to the first 46 Mark achieved. Now, don't forget, Mark was brought in on the 1st of March. We were pretty much relegated. There wasn't a lot he could do. He transformed the form of the teams that we were, and we did pick up a couple of wins and a few draws, but ultimately we did lose most of those games. Mark Robins' first 46 games that span the relegation and the first sort of 2/3 of our 2018 League Two promotion season, we only achieved 66 points. We only scored 46 goals. Now, this is the bit I love. We only scored 46 goals in the first 46 Mark Robins games. Well, currently this season, in 17 games under Frank Lampard, we've scored 47. It just doesn't make sense. That is how good we are. It is unbelievable. It really is. And those, just the stats there, we'd had 18 losses under Mark, only 10 under Frank, you know, and 28 wins compared to 21. It's a vast, vast difference. I thought Mark Robins, you know, the first season when we're in League Two, he did unbelievable. He got us promoted with spending zero money after we'd been on the worst run in our club's history for 20 years. Oh, 15, 18 years, whatever it was. But Frank has taken that to another level, and the stats just prove that.
It is phenomenal. It really is phenomenal. And, you know, you just literally, you like I keep saying, you got to pinch yourself, to be honest. You really have got to pinch yourself. So talking about Frank, come to you first, Ken. Have you got a favourite game since he's took over? What's been your favourite game or favourite moment?
There's been so many, hasn't there, really? God, there's been so many. So many times he's gone running to the fans doing the little dance, hasn't he? Home and away. I'm just trying to think. I think I enjoyed the game on Tuesday night. I think that game for me, even though I wasn't there, it was nice to be there. I watched it on telly, and that proved, I think, a point that we played a top team, and we came out on top, and we came out by scoring another 4 goals, and we turned the game. It's a topsy-turvy game, and we stuck at it, and I thought that result there gave with a marker, I think, for everybody to look at. People will be saying, "Oh, look, Coventry won again," but not just won, but they beat Middlesbrough, who were second in the league, and to go up there and score 4 goals against them, a very, very good team who don't concede that many goals. I think that was their first home defeat of the season as well, someone I believe. So that game, the last game, was the one that sticks in my mind. But there's been so many. You pick loads, can't you? Really, because there's not been many down games, really, has there? They've all been good.
Only Plymouth and Derby and Luton.
Well, I think this season. I think has been just completely, just been completely brilliant, because we haven't had any chances to moan. We can't moan, really, can we? We all have an opinion, and we can always find something to moan about. But really, when we look at it in the bigger picture, as you say, we can't moan at all, really, by what's happening. And a lot of fans are envious of us, aren't they? A lot of lads at work that I work with, and they're saying, they're all saying, "Oh, look, you're still there, you're still in with it. I hope you win it." And they really do. And a lot of them are Birmingham fans, and they hope we win it, and stuff like that. And there's even a couple of Villa fans there that hope we win it because they want to play us next year. I said, "Yeah, I can't wait to play you."
Brilliant. What about you, Claudio? Wrexham away?
No, Millwall away. It's only one I've seen them win since Frank's been here. So, yeah. No, I enjoyed Millwall away. That was the first game we won away from home with Frank in charge. I was there. I saw us win away from home. That'll do for me.
Brilliant. What about you, Vic?
So there's a couple of games, aren't there, which sort of stand out, but more for the games. But I think if you talk about like Frank and his legacy, I'd probably go to like the Derby game this season, because like I said earlier, I feel like he is now a better manager than he was when he came in. I think he's grown like the players have, and that for me was one of the games that really cemented him in that role as the manager that was going to take us to where we're going. So for me, so you got like the QPR game, haven't you, where we had the stadium? That's a really emotional game. You got like the F1 goal against Stoke. You got the Patterson goal last season. There's all sorts of games like that. But I feel like a lot of them are emotional from a fan's perspective. But if you talk about Frank, for me, my favourite sort of moment is that Derby game earlier on this season.
Yeah, it was a cracking atmosphere as well. I don't think I've ever heard. I mean, I probably would have heard it on Tuesday night. A better away crowd if I was there, but that away end, that game was just phenomenal. Jack, what about you, mate?
I think, like Vicky says, if you're talking about just anything since Frank's come in, it has to be Saturday the 23rd of August, doesn't it? We wake up to the news that we own a stadium, and then we go and put 7 past another championship team. It's just unheard of. But as a Frank tactician moment, it has to be this Tuesday, doesn't it? He's picked obviously a team. He dropped Mason Clark, which was maybe a little bit of a shock with Asante coming in on the left, but not that much of a shock really. And then to get to 2-2, and like we said the other day, for Frank to deploy KKH into a back 5, soak up the pressure, tire out Middlesbrough, and then go again with another tactical change. We change the formation, we change the personnel, we bring on some fresh legs in midfield to go on and win that game, and not just edge the game, win the game convincingly in the end. Just shows the tactical masterstroke, the genius in that moment. I don't know whether that was a pure fluke, whether it was 100% calculated, but it doesn't matter because he did it and it worked. And that, to me, is the epitome of the levels that we've come from and to, again, with no disrespect to his predecessor, but the levels we're at now with that level of ingenuity to do that, not once, but twice in a game, is unreal. I would argue the same with Mark Robbins, to be honest. We went away to Fleetwood in League One We were losing 1-0 at half time. We went to a back five, and that's the iconic back five that we kind of stuck with throughout most of Mark's career as a Cov manager after that moment. And he had the balls to do that change at half time, to change it to a back five. And that's where the success came from for Mark. And it was, I know Frank reverted to his preferred 4-3-3, but that was after changing it to a back five to soak up the pressure. You could also, again, argue, last one. You could argue the Norwich away game last year, he had the balls to go to a back five. And on the stroke of 90 minutes, we were winning 1-0. And, whatever you want to say, the players crumbled. We lost the game 2-1. But again, to have the balls to go, we need to do something here. And we went to a back five. We played Simms and Asante up front. And that is when, not that game, but that's how the run of 9 wins and 11 started last season. So you can really see that he's not just one-dimensional. He's got that, right, we'll do this and we'll go and make it work. And it is.
So out of those 10 games, which one's your favourite one?
The best Frank moment is Middlesbrough the other night because of his tactical masterclass, game management. But the best moment is the owning the ground and beating QPR 7-1. Simply. I don't think that's got anything remotely close to it.
Yeah. I think, do you know what? I think I echo all of that, to be honest. I think owning the ground, waking up that morning, owning the ground, beating QPR 7-1, that was just, wow. Yeah, it was just, have that. You know what I mean? Have that. I don't, at the end of the day, but there's been so many, hasn't there? And I think tactically wise, I think you have got to look at Tuesday night. I don't think I've ever seen a manager for us to change formation 3 times in a game. That's your starting formation, change halfway through the second half, and then change with 10 minutes to go or 15 minutes to go when Rudoni came on with Jamie Allen. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. You've got to agree with that. And there has been so many great, Sunderland and all that last season, and Stoke, Bobby Thomas's goal, and Juve Derby away this season was, when we went there last year and we got absolutely, wow. Yeah, it was awful last season. To go there and do what we did this season was great. So, yeah, I echo with all of you. It's been a brilliant ride, and let's hope it continues and we can push on. And minimum now is second, innit? I want that trophy though. I want that old trophy, that old league trophy, the old-fashioned trophy in our cabinet. That's what I want. I want that trophy.
Would it be nice to have if it all happens as we all hope it does, to have a proper parade, which we missed out of in COVID, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we all missed out on that parade and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I think we've got a lot of good things to look forward to. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everything will go our way.
Yeah, I want that trophy. I want that old trophy's ace, isn't it? It's brilliant, isn't it? It really is, and it's better than the Premier League trophy. That trophy, don't care what anyone says. I'd love to win the Premier League. don't get me wrong, but I still think the Championship trophy is better. Right,
we've got to go to Preston away yet, as a lot of people are saying, and we haven't won there, so that could be another game which stands out.
Exactly. Let's get that one out of the way. That's it, isn't it? Right, let's get a few more comments in then before we talk about Charlton Athletic and get your score predictions.
Jack, can you do the comments for a sec, because my throat's gone a bit weird.
Let's do spot the ball while he checks out the comments, because obviously you've been looking at them. Get your guesses in, guys. Where is the ball tonight? Have a guess. Where do you think the ball is? Is it on Simms's head? Is it on the back of Eccles's head? Is it coming down into the keeper's arms? Where is the ball? Have a guess.
It's number 12.
You can win our last Sky Blue Fans TV mug until I make some more next week. There you go. Right, go on in, Jack.
Brilliant. Yeah, lots and lots of comments. We're not going to get through them all. So, and Cooley, we have our own identity now, a style of play. Every other team's manager can see it. CWR should host another fans forum with Doug. Just the support can say sorry for doubting his decision to sack Mark. There you go. We're more professional with Frank. We're sick of hearing Robin's excuses after every match. Frank has shown more passion. Adding to Jack's point, don't forget the silly loss to Burnley at home. Yeah, you could argue that one as well. People agreeing with me, so thank you very much. Frank has changed our fortunes around like Jimmy Hill did. Long may it continue. Super Frank Lampard's Sky Blue Army. When was the last time we were 25 points above the relegation zone? Well, it must have been last season. We must have finished 25 points above the relegation zone. I think, but at this point in the season, never, ever. Jack, if it crumbles from here, trust me, Lampard will be forgotten. Ooh, I don't know. Not to someone my age, he won't. Frank and his team of coaches. Frank is front and centre, but don't underestimate his two lieutenants. We've been agreeing about that. Steve Price says, you articulated how every Cov fan feels, Jack. This is absolutely fantastic. May never be this great again. We are on fire. This club deserves this brilliant time. We do. We absolutely do. Sincerely hope Lampard doesn't do an Edwards and go manage a Premier League club. Rumour mill has him replacing Slot.
No, he ain't going to Liverpool, have a word.
Can you be Chelsea and Everton manager and then Liverpool manager? I don't know.
No. England job. That's his next job.
Oh, that's his next job. Yeah, his next job will be international, and that'll be England. Yeah.
I did see another comment saying maybe replace Eddie Howe at Newcastle, and that would be an appealing job if I'm honest. Mark Rainbow says, when did the fitness and sports science team come to the club? The fitness and game readiness is special too. I think that was the summer we lost Vivash, wasn't it?
Yes.
No, they were there before.
Were they?
I think it was the summer before.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, wow.
Hold on. Eddie Howe's still at Newcastle, isn't he?
Yeah, but rocky times.
They won the other night.
Yeah, but
fans are very fickle.
Well, they're demanding.
Yeah, but they beat Man City.
Yeah, but they lost in the week, didn't they, to like Marseille or someone, Monaco.
Yeah,
bench.
Football comes at you fast unless you're a Cov fan. Trust me.
What a worry that is to have, isn't it?
Rob says, just watch City Unseen, so catching up at 2 times speed. Vicky's laugh at double speed kills me every time.
Double speed.
They always put it out at the same time as we're on, don't they? Unbelievable.
Yeah, so is 7 o'clock.
I know. Doug, sort it out.
Michael Summers says, I'm excited by all of this, but can't help think at some point it will all end. No, don't think like that. We get to the Prem and then all of a sudden views change. Personally, at this moment, I'm just loving, can't let myself get carried away. That's understandable. We were all moaning about getting that doctor in. Look at our fitness levels. Crazy. It's worked, hasn't it? Summed up Frank's impact on the Sky Blues perfectly, Jack. Well, thank you, Ray. Ray messages me.
Skip all those ones about you now.
Ray messages me quite a lot, actually.
God, you ain't going to get out the bloody door.
Would Vivash come back and do something with the under-21/youth setup?
He's staying at Boro, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Remember last season we played much better in the second half of the season, so it's all looking fantastic. Well, that's just our way, isn't it? We can't get much better than we are now, can we? Can we do better than 10 in 11?
Yeah, we can carry on.
11 in 11.
Doug Bolam, I've just seen Doug Bolam's latest comment. I'm not at the bottom, but he says, Jack, believe it or not, we only finished 20 points above the relegation zone last season. Well, there you go. I was wrong. That's nuts. That really is. Frank only has 18 months left on his contract. Do we extend it now or wait until the end of the season?
He's not going to extend it now, is he? When he could get more money if we get to the Premier League.
Doug will be talking to him about it, and what Frank will be saying is, well, if you do business in January for me, I'll sign a contract. Then he'll get to February and we'll still be top, and he'll say, well, I'm not signing until we get promoted. And then when he gets promoted, I'll say, triple me wages, mate, or draw another 0 at the end, and then he'll sign it. He's not an idiot, is he? I know he doesn't need the money, but he's not an idiot. There you go. If Eddie Howe gets sacked, Newcastle fans want him, says Robert Mason.
They ain't having him.
No.
We have to get promoted this season, otherwise we see our best players moving on.
There had to be someone spoil the mood. Someone had to spoil the mood.
Sorry, Trevor. No one wanted to touch Lampard when he was 18 months out of work. He was deemed as damaged goods. Funny how now clubs are sniffing. He's got a point to prove to get Cov up and take it from there. It would be interesting to find out if the income from beers, shop, etc. goes up with the success on the pitch.
Well, I think that definitely has gone up, in it, without a shadow of a doubt.
There'll be more sold on Saturday because you've got a later kickoff.
And when we get promoted and it's only £30 for an away ticket, he'll have to put the price of beer up to battle that, won't he? But that's
yeah, he won't like the away cap on tickets in the Premier League.
No, exactly. I've just lost it. Here we go. Nick from Birmingham says, with the Charlton game coming up, my mind goes back to the double miracle at the Valley.
Oh, yeah.
Bakayoko. What a game. I was there.
I was freezing. It was freezing. I was soaking wet. As well.
Yeah.
It was awful.
I was hungover as well, so half time was dreadful for me.
They had no Bovril. They had no coffee. They had no tea. They had no hot drinks. Nothing.
They did. They had a hot chocolate. I had a hot chocolate at half time.
I couldn't find the hot chocolate.
I had the last one.
Oh, they are. I was going to say there was no hot drinks when I went up. It was like freezing.
So you didn't go on James Raphael's booze cruise down the Thames then that day?
No. We went.
Too expensive.
We went on the beer. We went on the beer at Tower Bridge. That's when I met Mark. I met Mark that day.
There you go. And Cooley says Jamie Paterson's goal's a good moment. Everyone's winner away at Stoke the other week was brilliant.
Yeah.
QPR and last night, says Sky Blue Gib. Beating West Brom is mine because I live there. Well, we've beat them 2 in a row now at home, so take your pick. Sunderland at home 3-0, says Robert Mason. Brian Tully says QPR as well as the Stoke Bobby Thomas winner. QPR was different just for the bonkersness of it. Millwall away this season, Middlesbrough at home last season, Sunderland at home. Mark, you pick more than I have, mate. Boro and Millwall away, just electric, says Cov Coleman. Started to think this team is extraordinary after the Millwall away 4-0. 5 of us in Cov tops in pub in Wales. Amazing night. Brilliant. What Frank seems to be doing well is keeping the fringe players on side. That's a hard thing to do. It seemed to be a happy squad. Absolutely. Beating Preston away may get close, says Kevin Quinn.
Yes.
We do it.
Oh.
Tell you what, I've got a question for you lot then.
Oh, here we go.
No. Right, so when we get December out the way, we'll have played Ipswich away, Preston away, and Southampton away, right? So however you look at the league table at that point, because we don't know what it's going to be like, we'll have played Stoke, Middlesbrough, Millwall, Ipswich, Preston, Derby, Southampton, Leicester, all away from home. Now that's 8 of the top 11 plus Southampton and Leicester, who are on parachute payments. We'll have played them all away from home in the first half of the season.
Wow.
Does that not set up a more favourable second half of the season, away fixtures or what?
Yeah, but we've not played anybody yet, have we?
No.
Yeah, we ain't played anyone yet.
Anyone?
Yeah, I think somebody spoke about this before, about the second half of the season, all the home games, and also teams like Oxford at home have got to play. Who else is there? The sort of teams down the bottom as well. When you're beating everybody, yeah.
The thing is, it's like, you know, you look at this next 4 weeks, isn't it? Because if we can pick up a point at Ipswich, if we can pick up a point at Southampton, it keeps them at a distance, arm's length, right? And they're parachute payment clubs, and it's got it written in the stars, isn't it? If that happens, surely.
Yeah, it feels like the League One season. You know, the League One season, we had to play like Sunderland, Ipswich away, a couple of games, and I remember thinking then, if we win these games, we're going up. And then obviously stupid COVID came along and ruined it all. But we were still going up. We won those games. We were going up, whatever. And obviously then we did through the way they all worked it out. But that's what it feels like now. So I think if we win these games, we're top. January the 1st, we're going up as champions. I don't care. And we just have to spend the rest of the season celebrating that and enjoying it for all it's worth. None of this. Like, the players can take it one game at a time. I think as fans, we have to just throw ourselves into enjoying this for all it's worth, because we've had enough rubbish over the years. Now's the time just to go, sod it, enjoy it for what it is. This is like a great time to be a Sky Blue fans, and let the players concentrate on doing the serious business and taking it one game at a time. I think we should just be milking it for all it's worth.
And that season as well, Vic. That season there, we didn't win away from home until New Year's Day, wasn't it?
December 27th, I think, 28th.
Boxing Day, just after Boxing Day, yeah. And then we won 2 on the bounce. Matty Godden got 2 hat-tricks in a space of 3 or 4 days. So, and now look at us.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's mental, absolutely mental. You got some more there, then, Jack?
Oh yeah, can do. We've nearly caught up. To be fair, Ian Small says, "Right, calm down. We have a long way to go." Sound like example. I'll praise you, Ian. No, we won't calm down. We want to be happy. You always say, "Stop being so negative. Cheer up." Now we're cheery. Yeah. Don't tell us to shut up. Let's enjoy it together. Come on.
You ain't Hey, if we win Saturday, you ain't shutting me up Saturday down at Dillon's, and you ain't shutting me up at the Shepherd on Saturday night. That's for sure.
Mark Light says, "I think Doug needs a lot of credit. He has been fantastic so far."
He has.
Masterclass by Doug. Really is. The ball is behind the orange circle, says Anthony Pettifer.
Good
That's
effort.
spot the ball. Get your guesses in, everyone. Oh, I've left a comment up.
By the way, they're red.
There you go. Or are they Monzo coloured, Miles? Are they hot
they're
coral?
red. No, they're red. That's red.
But Middlesbrough are wearing red. That's a different colour.
That's a different shade of red.
I see.
It's red. Trust me, it's red.
We'll keep your guesses coming in, because we've nearly done 2 hours already.
Yeah, come on, hurry up. We've got to talk Charlton yet.
See, even Will King says, believe, Ian, believe. Dave Sports Photos, we need COVID to kick in again. No. I think if COVID came back now and we went into lockdown, we would have our own bloody parade through the middle of Coventry. No social distancing.
The championship carried on, if you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the playoffs.
Yeah.
Frank only. Oh, we saw that one. Oh, it's done a Claudio. It's jumped up to the top again. Doug buying the ground was and is monstrumental. Absolutely. Leeds and Portsmouth are the only losses where we failed as a team. The other losses were down to individual errors. I did see another comment as well, which I've lost. And someone says, bearing in mind Frank Lampard's record is that tarnished by Brad Collins.
Aww.
Mark Rainbow says, as we've had 12 goal scorers, do we have to change the words of the song to who put the ball in the net? The whole team did. Yeah. Not half the team, the whole team.
Yeah.
Miles, I want Grimes to lift that trophy, says Robert Mason.
Yeah.
I bet Claudio went to all those away games we lost in the promotion season too.
I think I did. That season, because I couldn't get to all the home games, bizarre. In League Two, I saw, I think, 12 home games. I didn't see one win. Even like the playoff semi-final was a draw, wasn't it? It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Away from home, a lot better, actually. I saw quite a few.
Oh, it's just reminded me. I don't know why this is just reminding me. But you know, last week I mentioned about the IC bar that in Forteventura, Cov City bar. Any Cov fan that goes in that bar and mentions Sky Blue Fans TV will get some free chocolates. Homemade free chocolates.
That's a long way to go, though, isn't it?
Well, I'm just saying. I forgot to mention it.
Kevin Turner says the only stat to consider is how many points clear of third we are. Well, that is also 10.
10.
Ian Small says I'm too long in the tooth. Miles' best of the special CD is going to take a hammering if we win on Saturday.
There'll be more than that, I'll tell you. You wait. I've got a brilliant playlist this weekend.
The amount of yellow cards are a concern and need to keep healthy, says Cov Coleman. Need a couple of signings in January, no strikers needed.
Do they get after Saturday? That's it, isn't it? They go
Now,
back to zero.
I've heard two things. It's not back to zero. I've heard two things. It's either after Saturday or after Ipswich. I'm not sure which one it is. That the 5 yellow cards ban is lifted.
Yeah.
It goes to 10.
Well, the 10 thing exists even now. So if you get to 10 yellow cards by, I think it's game 38, it's a 2-match ban, and 15 is a 3-match ban. That goes up until the end of the season. So we've got a few players on 4. I know it's De Silva, Torp, and I think Hadji Wright's on 4 as well. Not that he'll be worried about that right now.
Kitchen as well.
Kitchen, they're all on 4. So theoretically, we could be in a world where Kitchen and Torp both pick up a yellow card this weekend and are both unavailable for Ipswich. So,
right, play Wolfenden this weekend then.
Well, maybe see some changes coming in. If we're 2-0 up at half time, Kitchen will go off. Torp will go off. You know, Alan might even start the game. Or if Asante's fit, you might find that Eccles drops into midfield and Asante starts in the number 10. We don't know. We haven't talked about Charlton yet. Come on, we'll have to get on with that.
Yeah, right. Okay, right. Let's do it. Right, before we do that, though, spot the ball, get your guesses in. Last chance. Have a go. Where's the ball?
Number 1.
The other night. Where's the ball? Have a guess. Where's
number 1?
Brilliant.
Number 1.
Excellent. Right, just a bit of housekeeping first. Okay, so home game parking. Head over to coventryparking.co.uk or scan the QR code on the screen right now, and you can get your parking sorted for home and away. Just check it out. If you want some coach travel, head over to ccfctravel.co.uk, scan the QR code if you want, if that makes it easier, and you can get some away travel there as well. Now, I do know they are selling out very quick on coach travel, so you need to get in. So those people that say on Facebook, anyone got any coach travel, book it now. Get your coach travel booked now. Couple of announcements for me. This Saturday, come and celebrate after we beat Charlton down at the Old Shepherd. It's going to be a great night. I'm starting at 8 o'clock this week, not 7:30. So I'll see you down there. Get down there. Special announcement if you want to sing song, because I know people message me privately off here and say, when's your next karaoke? Here you go. 13th of December, Christmas karaoke at the Old Shepherd. Come down, karaoke night, 8 till late. And my final one, 80s Christmas party. Oh, yeah. 80s Christmas party on the 20th of September. So when we beat Southampton down at December, when we beat Southampton, I said December. What did I say? September, December. So December. When we beat Southampton, come down, get your old glad rags on, 80s party. It's going to be brilliant. And I'm doing Jack's Christmas party next Friday. Aren't I, Jack? Looking forward to it.
Yeah, you've charged us a bomb. No, you haven't.
I've done that cheap.
That's the joke.
Christmas.
No,
should have been double.
You know, to be fair, Miles, everyone in the office just keep going on about it every day. So we are all looking forward to it.
Brilliant. I'm just going to play Cov City songs all night. Anyway.
Well, just be aware that you're going to get song requests from 25-year-old girls every 4 minutes.
Well, they're going to have to scan the QR code and text me.
Where's his part?
I've got QR codes. They're going to scan it and they're going to text me. So please, listen, honestly, Saturday, come down. If we beat Charlton, well, when we beat Charlton, come down, come and celebrate with me on Saturday night. It's going to be bloody brilliant. Right. Okay, Charlton. Let's come to you first, Ken. Let's look at this then quickly. No Matty Godden again. I think he's still injured. I'm not too sure. I think he's certainly is still injured.
That's a shame because I was looking forward to seeing Matty. But it's a shame he can't come and play. But look, Charlton started the season well, didn't they? They just gone off the last couple of matches. They've had a couple of heavy defeats. It's always nice to beat Nathan Jones's team because he's not the fondest of managers. I don't particularly like him. Being an ex-Luton manager, weren't he, Nathan Jones? But Charlton as a team, they've done all right. You know, the first season back, they won't fancy coming here after 2 heavy defeats. The next team you don't want to play is Coventry, is it? Top of the league and scoring goals for fun. So, but as we all know, there is no easy. We keep saying there's no easy games in this league. So we can't go out there and expect to win 4-5-0 every week. I'll be happy with another 3 points, whether it's 1-0, 2-1 or whatever. But as long as we win the game, that's the most important thing. But I think it'll be a good game. I think it'll be entertaining. And I do think we'll have far too much for them, to be honest, because we're playing with confidence. So I think there will be loads of goals myself. I don't think it will be that close myself, even personally. I'm going to go for a 3-0 win.
Okay. And I mean, Vicky, a few matches ago before the international break, they were on a good run. They were in the top 6. They were the surprise hitters in the championship. You know, they were really punching above their weight, everyone was saying. But they really went about business really well coming into the championship. They didn't have as much money to spend as Wrexham and Birmingham coming up, but they've spent very wisely, and it showed up until the last few games, didn't it? Especially after the international break. I think they've conceded 8 goals in 2 games, which is absolutely silly. A silly amount of goals to concede. I mean, but they were the surprise package, and this could have been a different conversation we would have been having now, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, I think apparently they've got a few injury problems, haven't they? And I guess that's the difficulty when you're a team like that without the amount of resources that some of the championship squads have got. That when you've got a fully fit squad, they've done some good business to make themselves competitive. But you start to lose a few key players, and we know, don't we, from when probably our first season in the championship, you can start to develop a core of decent players, but. And I mean, I guess even in recent seasons, we've spoken about what happens once you start to lose your best players. And I think when you just first come up into the championship, that's even more of an issue. And unfortunately for them, and probably fortunately for us, because it makes it hopefully a better picture for us. But they've just lost some key players at a bad time and got some tricky fixtures. And so like you said, it's a different conversation that it probably would have been. Because a couple of weeks ago, they were pushing for sort of second, third. I think there was a game week where they were in second for a bit because of the way the fixtures, the results were going. And then I think maybe Millwall equalised or something and it tipped it all around. But they were really pushing for like a playoff spot. And I mean, I always enjoy that because, I mean, it's nice to see teams. For me, I like one of the things I like the most about the championship this year. Not only is it that we're flying, is that the teams up and around the playoffs are teams that haven't just bought success with Premiership money. It's like proper teams that have gone about it the long hard way, like we've had to, and that's nice to see. I think so. Yeah, I enjoy stuff like that. So I think we should. I think we'd have always had too much for Charlton, and I think even more so now on the back of their recent results. And I'm going to go. I wanted to go 3-0. I'm going to go 4-0.
Okay, and
it's going to be a Simms hat trick because I haven't said that for a while. But he's due one now. Simms hat trick.
Well, he got one. He got 1 against West Brom. He got 2 against Boro. He's going to get 3 now.
Yeah,
there you go.
Get your money on it. Get your money on it.
You watch him be dropped. He'll drop him. Claudio, I mean, it is a shame Matty Godden's not going to be there, so we can't say goodbye, but he might turn up. But what are your thoughts on this game? Because you had a Charlton fan living with you for a while, and I think he moved out because he got fed up with you saying we're top of the league.
Yeah, my daughter's ex-boyfriend. Yeah, they split up.
After he got his signed shirt off you, he did a runner.
Yeah, I got him a signed Matty Godden shirt, and then he did a runner. But in fact, since he's left, they've gone downhill. So I'm glad. I think they started well. Pure adrenaline. I think Charlton the first few 6 games. I think they're finding it hard now. It's like it's the Championship, and they've got a load of injuries, ridiculous amount of injuries, and they're struggling. They absolutely are struggling, and this is a game we have to win. I think no messing about. They've let in, say, 8 goals in the last 2 games, 8 first half goals in the last 2 games. I think that is. So they're not starting very well these games. We are pretty good normally to get a few early goals. I think we could be 3 up by half time if we get it right. We are that good. We are that good at the minute. I'll go for a 3. I'll go for a 3-0 all in the first half, and then we'll come on here after the show, after the game on Saturday, and people moaning that we didn't keep going. I think, we're too strong for teams like Charlton. We should win this 3-0. The statistics would say 3-0. We've let in as many goals as they've scored. So I think 3-0 for me. And also team-wise, it's going to be interesting. I don't want him not to play players because they might get a booking. That's not how you play football. They don't do that. They might take him off during the game, but he can't risk not playing your strongest team at the minute, because we know with the Championship it doesn't take much to make a difference with matches. And if you got players, I can see Rodoni starting. That wouldn't surprise me, because it could give him a 60 minutes against Charlton and get him ready for Ipswich. That would be. I mean, there's going to be changes because of Asante getting injured. Wright's still out. So it's whoever comes in for Asante, I think, is the...
Talking about that, Claudio, do you think that Sakamoto will be able to play? Because there was talk about him having a bad way from his head injury from being smacked in the face while that guy was bored. Were they let him play with sort of risk of...
They've not said how bad it was, though, did they? I don't know.
Frank just said he was in a bad way in the changing rooms, but that was about all he said.
The thing is, you could play Kessler Hayden out there, couldn't you?
Yeah.
To be honest. I think we're in such a good place that 3-0 wouldn't be a mad prediction, would it, really?
I think the thing is, we've like you say, we have got to go and win it. I think we've got to play the strongest team we've got. I don't want us to play a weakened team and then find ourselves struggling and then bring on the big hitters to try and turn the game around. I'd like us to come out all guns blazing and just go for the jugular straight away, because we would have, Frank and the team would have seen what's happened the last couple of games, seen that these teams have gone for them straight away, and we are unbeatable at home, touch wood. And the way we play at home, especially when they start kicking down towards Singer's Corner, it's absolutely ridiculous. The amount of high press and the way we play is just stupid. But yeah, I think we've just got to start with the strongest lineup. What about you, Jack?
Well, not that I know this, but this is a random guess. Matty Godden is part of the Former Players Association. So could he potentially be the player feature for Saturday's match?
Oh.
No.
There you go. Claudio. Cheers, Claudio. That would have been an idea. That would have been an idea, whoever it is that could sort that out. Listen to me next time. I completely agree with Claudio. I think we go down 3-0 and it's a quite easy, convincing game. However, Nathan Jones's record against Coventry is pretty good. 8 games, he's won 4, drawn 3. He's only lost to Coventry once. But that's mostly against, Mark Robbins, basically, through the divisions for a couple of different teams. And I think the quality in our teams now is vastly different. We are much the better side. We will go and decimate them 3-0 quite easily, I think. And as for the team, I think it'll be the team that started against West Brom. So the only one change from Wednesday, and that's Mason Clark in for Thomas Asante. And then subs to just be rolled on while we're cruising it in the second half, basically. And to be fair, Claudio's shout of all 3 goals in the first half isn't bad, because they've conceded 8 goals in the last 2 games, and all 8 goals have been in the first half. So they're there for the taking. This is not a banana skin. Don't worry about it. Let's just turn up, enjoy our £3.60 pints, enjoy our 3 points, get to 50 goals in November, which is unbelievable. And then and then we'll all come back on Sunday and have another party with you all in the comments.
So what score are you going for?
3-0. I said it a few
3-0. You lot, right? I tell you what, you lot have got to stop picking the same scores as each other. You can't be doing this.
That's why I went 4-0. That's why I went 4-0 to be different.
He's gone 3-0. He's gone 3-0. He's gone 3-0. You've gone 4-0. You can't keep picking the same scores, you lot. I'll tell you.
Right, Miles, you've got to say we're going to lose 2-1 then.
No, I'm not saying that anymore because we lost and that was it. It ended. Well, I'm going for this weekend, right? I'm going for a 2-0.
Oh, boo.
2-0 this weekend. I'll take 2-0. 49 goals. No, I'm only joking. I'm going 5.
Well, we haven't scored 6 yet this season, so it'd be good to get a 6 on the board.
I'm going 5.
5?
5. Yeah, 5-0 this weekend. 5, yeah.
I've coaxed him into that.
What? No, you haven't. I said 5 before you said 6.
You
Right.
said 2 and I said boo.
Right, now listen, right, listen. So, there's some tasty games this weekend. So, if we do get the 3 points this weekend, Ipswich have got a tricky trip to Oxford. All right?
It's not tricky.
It is tricky. They've already took a couple of scalps at Oxford this season, mate. They've already won a couple of games against a few teams this season at home. Right.
And draws, Middlesbrough last week.
And draws, yeah. Middlesbrough drawn against us. So, I think there could be a little bit of an upset there Friday. And then going into Saturday, here we go. Leicester have got Sheffield United. Well, that's got draw written all over it, isn't it? Right. Portsmouth, Bristol City, well, we ain't bothered about that. Stoke, Hull. Okay. That's a tasty one. Right. Cov got Charlton. I don't know if you know that. Boro Derby. Well, that could be a draw. Yeah. Them two could be a draw because Boro, I still think that performance from Boro on Tuesday night was because the new manager was in the stand. And I think the manager will be on the touchline this weekend. So I think there could be a little bit of a little draw there. Millwall have got Southampton. I can see Millwall turning Southampton over here. A cheeky 1-0. Norwich have got QPR. Well, we all know QPR are going to win that. Sheffield Wednesday got Preston. Hey, this might be the first year we've won at Carrow Road for donkeys. West Brom Swansea and Wrexham Blackburn. So, if results go our way and we win, we could be 12 points clear of second place this weekend.
Yeah. 13 points clear.
12, if they draw.
Well, we could be 13 though, couldn't we?
Well, if they lose, yeah. But I'm saying if they draw, then we could be 12 points clear of second and third place. There you go. But I'm going 5-0.
Okay.
Ellis Simms, hat-trick.
Be like United.
Can you play the chicken song when he scores a hat trick over them?
Oh, shall we ask Stuart? I'll
Can you ask him to stop playing "Take Me Home, Highfield Road"?
No,
right.
We like.
No, he won't stop playing that.
No.
We've got so many requests to keep playing it.
Jack's got issues with that.
So yeah.
You can't say "Take Me Home" when you're already at home, can you? That doesn't work.
Yeah, it's only a saying.
Miles, these newbie fans, he's only been supporting them 10 years.
These youngsters.
Yeah, as opposed to 110 years.
He doesn't even know what Highfield Road looks like until he buys the Lego set.
It's a song full of history.
He's got to buy the Lego set to be able to see what Highfield Road looked like.
Tell you what, Miles, you can buy it for my birthday in a couple of weeks.
It's a song full of money. It's a song full of history.
I'm skint.
So... I'm paying you tomorrow.
I'm skint. I'm going on holiday soon.
Again?
Yeah, I'm going away again soon. Yeah, I'm going back to the sunshine. I'm going to see you all out. Go to sunny sunshine again. Can't wait. Oh, yes. I can feel the heat now. Right. Brilliant show, guys. Absolutely fantastic. We've gone way over.
Spot the ball.
Oh, have we? Oh, well, yeah, I better do spot the ball. Here you go, then. Spot the ball. The answer is number 3.
No,
there you go.
Number 3.
Number 3. Yeah, look. 3.
Yeah, over the bar.
3. No, it was going in. That's his goal.
Is that his goal?
That's Kitchen's goal, yeah.
Don't forget the camera's on the floor, so
yeah.
Yeah.
Far away.
going in, going over. It's his goal.
Didn't look like his goal from there. First time I've seen that angle.
You got any glasses?
No, I've never seen that angle. I didn't see it. It doesn't look like it's going in from there.
It's going in, look.
Doesn't look like it from there.
Yeah, it's dropping.
Ellis's goal didn't look like it was going in at all, did it? Really?
No. How many we got? Come on, how many winners? 4.
So there was about 18, but I've tripled them up a bit, so there's
18.
It makes it interesting.
Wow, here we go.
Wow, that's a packed. That's a packed spinny wheel.
That is packed. Right.
Well,
here
we
we
ready?
go. Spin it. Yeah, spin it.
Spin it.
Spin it.
I've missed Celebrity Jungle now. Adam Toms, congratulations, Adam. You have won the last mug that we have available until I make some more next week at some point.
Just send your details in on email and we'll get it off to you as soon as we can.
Sure will. Now, listen, everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Everybody that has tuned in, if you are new to the channel, please give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. It's free. We need 202 to make 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. Would be amazing if we can do it before Christmas. Tell all your friends and family, and it would be brilliant. That's it then. We're at the end. We're going into this weekend, hopefully on a 9-point week. I'm sure it's the third one of the season, apart from the week that we had at Wrexham. So it's be the third one that we do of the season, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing achievement. Not many teams do that. I think only Sheffield United and Southampton can match it this week. So we are there or thereabouts. And, you know, if you are about Saturday, come down the Shepherd Saturday night. Come and celebrate. It'd be brilliant stuff. And I'm DJing down at Dillon's as well. Come and say hello. Right then, everybody. Thank you so much. You all enjoyed yourselves?
Yes. Brilliant.
Excellent. Everyone else is just, yeah.
I've just seen this comment here. Look, it's the birdie song we've got to play when the birdie song, don't you?
Yeah, I'll play it in the in the Shepherd on Saturday night.
Imagine when he scores, that comes on.
Oh, Doug Boland says, "Can I have my mug from April?"
Oh.
What? I'm sure we said.
I'll check.
Play like Ken.
I'll check that.
Oh, that's Ken's department, not mine. Sorry, Doug.
Send me your details and I'll double check it.
Send everyone round his house.
I think there's only one. There's only one I haven't posted at the moment. And that's
there you go. There you
go.
go.
If you send me your details and I'll double check it for you, no problem.
Brilliant. Right. Thank you, everybody. Let's hope we bring home 3 points on Saturday, make that gap even bigger at the top and make that gap even bigger to who up the M69. But a massive big thank you to everybody. And let's bring home them 3 points. Let's keep this journey going. Play up Sky Blues. We are top of the league.
Oh, we definitely are.
Good night.
Good night.
Sky Blue Fans TV, for the fans, by the fans.